Every year in the first month of the first quarter, the media outlets come out screaming about Tesla collapsing demand. But as always, when the sales starts rising, they become extremely silent. We continue to hear how Tesla is seeing a big demand problem in Europe. Well, not in France anyway, as Tesla Channel shared. Tesla sold 3,715 units in February 2026, topping monthly sales in France. This represents a significant 55% increase. This growth is particularly noticeable because it occurred during a month when the overall French new car market saw a sharp decline by 15% year-over-year in February, 220,000 units. But we also saw their neighbor Spain wanting a lot more Teslas because, according to data from the Spanish Association of Mobile Manufacturers, Tesla delivered 1,595 units in February, up 74% and the best February ever. And in the first 2 months of the year, Tesla delivered over 2,000 vehicles in Spain, which marks a 73% year-over-year increase, notably outpacing the broader electric vehicle market, which grew by 56%. And as we can see, the first month is small, the second month is more than twice the size, and March is probably going to be even bigger yet again. These are the delivery waves we see in Europe every single year, and I feel like I have to explain this every single year because the so-called journalists that report on Tesla sales don't really do their job very well. And every year, Tesla sales are just collapsing. But another country that is also seeing some great growth for Tesla is Portugal, that surged by 112% year-over-year in February. That brings the brand's total for the first 2 months to 1,537 vehicles, a solid 64% increase. But in Norway, we also seeing more strong numbers from Tesla, even though we had many articles written how Tesla sales had collapsed in the country. Because we started the year off with Tesla being down 88% in January. And people scream doom and gloom, forgetting that the entire market has collapsed in Norway in January. Just a small detail. But as usual, Tesla is coming back strong in the second half of the quarter, as Roland reported. Tesla overtook Toyota to become the second best-selling car brand in Norway in the fourth quarter of the year. Not what the haters was expected, but only a few days later, Tesla had a little update. On the 11th of February, Tesla was still the lowest of these 8 brands in Norway. 19 days later, they are in first place. Tesla Bears talks about a collapse of Tesla in the first half of every quarter, then disappears in the second half. Meanwhile, those familiar with the data are aware of the delivery waves. Yes, I have been talking about this for 6 years straight now, but this year in particular, there was also another data point we had to consider. Norway stopped the EV incentive in 2025, so there was a pull-forward effect. Therefore, someone like Tesla had their best year ever in Norway in 2025. So the whole new car sales market looked like it collapsed in the beginning of the year. But most mainstream headlines was only about how Tesla collapsed in the country. And now, surprise, surprise, Tesla is once again the best-selling brand in Norway, and their trajectory looks like it's going to be with quite a big margin. So from the headlines about Tesla collapsing with 88% down to now Tesla once again leading the way and dominating. Déjà vu from basically every year looking back 6 years. We can also take a look at Australia, where we see Tesla is doing very well as well. According to the latest Electric Vehicle Council data, Tesla is seeing a massive surge in Australia. February sales was up 106%. Model Y's strong performance was up 202%, and year-over-year, for the first 2 months, Tesla was up 62%. Yes, I think Tesla is going to be all right.